spot. Alejandro Lopez, Dmitry Bogdanov on the 4th row. Then it's Isaac Blomqvist and Oscar Piastri on the 5th row of the grid. Potential winner could come from further back. There's some big names. Look at Kieran Jewis. He led the pre-final. The Brit starts out of grid number 16. Gianluca Petakov, the Brazilian, is out of 22 alongside Petr Patacek, who's had a fantastic run up until the pre-final. He starts out at 21. Leonardo Marcella, the factory TKART driver, number 340, way back on the grid. The 14th row, in fact. Alessandro Giardelli with a big job to do out of grid number 32. The winner could really come from anywhere on the first 10 rows of the grid. And then some. Charles Milesi, Guido Moggia, the 10th row of the grid is all factory TKART. Look out for Charles Milesi, the French driver in 339, and Guido Moggia from Argentina, number 341. The green karts with a lot of work to do because the front row of the grid is painted red and white. Uli Stupau from Belgium and the boy from Brazil, Caio Collet, occupy, dominate the front row of the grid. 308 and 307, both powered by Perilla. As we get ready to go for this 16-lap, 20-kilometre final here at one of the finest racing circuits in the world. Dennis Hauger on the 2nd row of the grid. The number 350 CRG getting anxious to get on with it. 4 red lights. It's the Birol Arts that lead them up to the line. We go racing. Uli Stupau sweeps to the inside, but then hooks back. Caio Collet's been hung out to dry. Dennis Hauger, the Norwegian, up into 2nd spot. Finn Keneally in 324 has made a good start, a very good start, because Dennis Hauger now leads. Oh no, it's Semi Taufuk, I'm sorry, in 2nd spot. Finn Keneally's in 3rd. We spoke about the Birol Art domination on the front row of the grid. DePau and Collet are in 4th and 5th. The boy who qualified fastest on Friday evening under a setting sun in northern Italy, Dennis Hauger in the CRG number 350 leads up the inside. One of the Birol Arts, both of the Birol Arts start to recover. Finn Keneally is sandwiched between the 2 red karts as they come across the line for the first time here at Adria. It is Hauger, Semi Taufuk from Morocco, Uli Stupau, Finn Keneally, Caio Collet, Alejandro Lopez, Noah Watt, who won the opening round of the Euro Champs 7 days ago for the baby race team, has been shuffled back to 7th ahead of Teddy Wilson. The Englishman, who's ahead of Victor Martins, as Collet, I think, was making a move on Keneally for 4th spot. Indeed he was. So DePau and Collet are 4th and 5th. Keneally's been pushed back. I'm sorry, they're 3rd and 4th. Keneally's been pushed back to 5th. He tries to retake it. I think Collet's going to be done. He is indeed. They're both losing immense amount of steam here at Adria. They scream down the start-finish straight. 15,000 RPM. There's no clutch to interfere with the drive of these engines. Collet did set the fastest lap of the race, but it mattered little because he was passed by the Brit Finn Keneally. Let's go a little bit further back in the field. Noah Watt is 7th. Teddy Wilson is 8th. Piastri's had a shocker of a start. The Aussie's down to 13th. Kieran Jewis, he led the pre-final. The Brit is down in 16th. Charles Milesi, the Frenchman, has made up a couple of spots. He's in 17th. But a lot of work to do to catch the leaders. Uli Stupau in the Birol Art goes through on Taufik. Nice move by the Belgian on the Moroccan. Down the start-finish straight. Keneally in 4th spot. There is Hauger on screen. His father Tom, mother Karina will have no fingernails left after this one. Taufik over the ripple strip. Goes to Pau. Taufik for Ricky Flynn Motorsport. There's Keneally, his teammate. So the RFM drivers are 3rd and 4th. Well, this is not what we expected from the start. The best Birol Art is in 2nd, some way back from Hauger. Collet is now further back. He's back in about 7th spot. He's been passed by Lopez and also Noah Watt. last time was 0.5. It's now down to 0.2. As the Birol-Art, I'm getting my Birol-Art drivers mixed up here. I apologise. It's actually Colette in second. It's the identical kart of Dupau, who's back in seventh spot as Colette goes down the inside. This time, the boy from Brazil recovers. Apologies once again. It is Colette, who was in second. Now he's retaken the lead. His teammate, Ulis Dupau, is stuck in behind the Spaniard, Alejandro Lajos Lopez. So the Birol-Arts from the front row of the grid are now in first and seventh. Second is Dennis Hauger. Taufik is third. What an international field. The Norwegian leading the Brazilian and the driver from Morocco. Down the straight, Taufik looks behind. See his RFM teammate, Fincanilli. Noah Watt now for Baby Race. There he is, just flashing by for the Baby Race team in position number 5. Dupau has retaken Lajos Lopez. Caio Colette, third in the World Championships at La Conca Muro Lachese, also picked up third in the Rotax Max Grand Finals in Portimao, Portugal at the end of the year. That was a nice little bonus for him. He was second in the opening round of the European Championship 7 days ago, and he's leading here today, so the progression is there. Third to second, and now currently first, and he's putting a little bit of a gap between himself and the Norwegian, who just clips the ripple strip as they come across the line to start lap number 6 here at Adria International Raceway. Last lap was a 49.269. Teddy Wilson, the Brit from Peterborough in England, rounds out the top 10. Very, very smooth driver is Caio Colette as Taufik gets a little bit closer to the back of Dennis Hauger. Watt, meanwhile, is getting very close to the back of the Brit Fincanilli for fourth spot. I can tell you the warning flag has gone out to one of the RFM drivers. It's Dmitry Volkanov. We saw our assistant race director Marco Carlino on the start-finish line displaying it there for the Russian. Bogdanov down in 15th spot, just behind the Czech driver Petr Patacek, but ahead of the Frenchman Adam Eteki, Jenis Chibico, Charles Milesi. Well, the French driver, a lot was expected of Charles, but he's down in 18th position, one ahead of William Alatalo. And can you believe it, Rasmus Lind, we haven't spoken much about the Swede. He had a brilliant weekend, was really outside the top 3 throughout the heats. Rasmus Lind, for the Ricardo Kart team, surely with some sort of problem. He's down in 20th, ahead of Teo Nue, Guido Moggia, and Kieran Jewis, who led the pre-final. He's down in 23rd. Ilya Morozov, fastest lap of the race, another off-award racing team drivers. The Russian is there in 7th behind Ulis Dupau. Noah Watt has got past Fincanilli, so can he climb up on the podium? This is turning into a cagey sort of race. Perfect driving from the front 3. Watt will need them to dice, even make a mistake, which is very unlikely if he's to join in the battle for the podium. Semi Taufik does lead the series going into the final round. Watt racing the final. He's currently 3rd going into this final round, but he will score 0 points. Ulis Dupau down in 7th. 4th in the series, and the Russian Ivan Shvetsov as Petr Patacek fighting there with Adam Eteki and William Alatalo down for 17th and 18th place. You just saw them flash by at the end of the start-finish straight into turn number 1. Well, Hauger is starting to respond to the boy from Brazil, from Sao Paulo. It is Caio Colette. He has really matured in the last 12 months. Of course, he finished on the podium 3rd in the World Championships September of last year. That was with the Cosmic team, though. He was signed by the Birol-Art racing team. They are desperate to win. Their boy is out front at the moment. He will have to withstand an enormous challenge from the Norwegian of Dennis Hauger and the Moroccan Semi Taufik if he can win here this afternoon. Hauger is getting closer. He's down to 0.19 of a second. Taufik is not letting the front two get away either. The gap is just a further 10th back to the Moroccan. Semi with the Moroccan mother, the English father, the English team, as in Ricky Flynn Motorsport. Whatever the genes he's got. They make him a very quick racing driver. He sits in third place behind Colette and Hauger. The battle for the lead on screen now. Noah Watt is 1.3 seconds back, but he will only need these three to start dicing. We just got a glimpse of Noah Watt. He is getting a little bit closer because I suspect Colette is starting to bank up the Norwegian and the Moroccan behind him. Surely the move's going to come before this lap is out. Colette doesn't close the door. He will need to get a good run because I think Hauger is getting ready to line up the Brazilian. Taufik just watching on. He knows the move is imminent. Imminent, I should say. It's exciting stuff here at Adria. Hauger a little bit sideways. He looked behind him. He knew he made the slightest of errors. And Taufik close in a little bit. That gave Colette the slightest breathing space, 0.201 of a second, but it's been washed away. Here comes Noah Watt. Down into turn 5. This is a great passing opportunity. I don't think he's close enough. No, he's not. Up into the Vegas sweeper as they exit this right-hander. He does not want to smash into the back of the Birrell Art in front, have his nose cone drop down and earn himself a 10-second penalty. This is intelligent driving from the front three to get on the podium, and Hauger, if he's going to make a move, it's going to have to come soon. Morozov, DePaul, Wilson, Lahog Lopez, all flash by, and Leon Eteki. Hauger still not quite close enough. The driver third on your screen is leading the championship. Finishing third, and he will take the title for 2016. There is Semi Taufik. Well, they really are starting to wind down the laps here. Is the move going to come? Noah Watt, head down behind the steering wheel. He's off the podium. 2 laps to go, just 2.5 kilometres around Adria. I think Caio Collet, he doesn't make a mistake. I don't think Hauger can get close enough in the right part of the circuit. That's a prime opportunity. He'll have one more chance to do it as Noah Watt sets the fastest lap of the race. The son of Formula 3000 and DTM driver Jason Watt, the Copenhagen kid, will need an error from the front three to get on the podium. He won the opening round of the Euro Champs in Spain 7 days ago, but he's too far back. Taufik, he's leading the championship. He's third on the podium. If he finishes there, he will take the title. But he wants to win, as does Caio Collet. The last lap, 40's out. Dennis Hauger, he's fallen back to 0.26 of a second behind the Brazilian. Noah Watt again, fastest lap of the race. He's driving the wheels off that Tony Kart. Collet looks behind him. That was a prime opportunity. Hauger has missed out. The final half lap of the race. This is another chance into the Baker sweeper. Again, Hauger is not close enough. He's going to have to do one almighty dive job into the hairpin, but again, he's still too far back. Collet is wise to it. This is the final few corners. He looks over his shoulders. The checkered flag comes out for the boy from Brazil. He wins it. Caio Collet wins in Adria, the final round of the WSK Supermaster Series. What a thrilling final that was. Brazil has won in the hands of their boy Caio Collet. Dennis Hauger, the Norwegian, is second, and Semi Taufik, the Moroccan, For the first time in a long time, we will have the Moroccan flag fly on the podium here at Adria. 3:07, he is delighted. We said he's finished on the podium second 7 days ago in Spain, third in the World Championships last year, but he has won. Oh, that is fantastic. His manager, his mentor, Gusto Fragas, is here this weekend to see his driver take victory, the 1995 world champion. Gusto will have a bigger smile than Caio Collet, who doesn't say too much. He lets all his driving do his talking for him. A faultless drive for Collet. He's won it from Hauger and Taufik. What an international podium. Brazil, Norway, and Morocco. So 3 continents, not just 3 countries, 3 continents represented in the WSK Supermaster Series final. Well, Collet's teammate, let's give him some credit. The Belgian, who's had a brilliant weekend, Ulis Tupau, finishing in 7th spot behind the Russian Ilya Morozov. As we look at the results for you, the boy from Brazil, get used to hearing that. 3:07 for Birolat. The red team has fired back at the green team. Collet wins it from Hauger. Semi Taufik from Morocco was third. Watt across the line in 4th. Well, just 1 second. He missed the podium. Fincanilli, Morozov, Tupau, Wilson, Alejandro Lajos Lopez, and a good drive by the Frenchman, Julien Henrion, in the 333 kart to take the final spot in the top 10. Well, the karts are coming back to Parc Fermé. We did lose 3 drivers, Hugo de Wilde, Isaac Blomqvist, and Alessandro Brigatti. So 31 finishes out of the 34. There you see de Wilde, Blomqvist, and Brigatti not classified. But no doubt about the winner. Caio Collet has won it. We might even see him crack a smile. We know he was happy on the cool down lap.